You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network. Now the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Ian.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, this is AFTERBUZZ TV for Shameless. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest Shameless news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off, and the buzz continues.
It's just continuing. It's so exciting every time, right?
So exciting.
Oh, boy. Shameless, Father's Day. This is episode number 5, which is kind of weird because now the show is getting closer and closer to ending. I like these shows, but they're quicker seasons, you know. But 5 was good. I like this 5th episode. It brought the heat. Yes. Shameless, AfterBuzzTV.com. We are recapping the show. I'm Ronnie. Spicy Marty's over there.
What's up?
Dorinda's over there. Curtis is supposed to be involved, but kind of like...
I would chime in at any time, you know.
When it's necessary.
Yeah.
When he wants to sprinkle us with some Curtis flavor.
By the way, no video for Curtis because he didn't want to be on video.
Oh, so I'm talking to a non-existent person. Okay, he's just a voice. Yeah.
This is the voice.
Oh, but are we
He's gonna be the voice of God.
seeing the video though, Phil, of yourself in the new little back area, the tech area?
Yeah, what up, guys? The cool thing about doing the show on Monday is I can chime in and I will give the right opinion on this.
The right
and if
opinion.
Curtis had seen the episode, he would give the right opinion as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we got to get Curtis caught up. So
Curtis,
that's why
you're like
not
2
seeing him.
episodes down, right?
See, I mean, I don't know. My life is kind of getting in the way.
And the craziest thing is when we decided when we were going to do the show, because we weren't going to do it on Super Bowl Sunday, I think your email was the reason that we decided this time, and you're the one who missed it.
I know. Blame the guy behind me.
Okay,
Phil,
little
blame
communication, little crazy communication situations, much like the Shameless cast. You know, so much goes on with that show. Veronica, she kind of got a little excited on this episode. I love the ending of it. You guys want to talk about what happened?
Yes.
She got a little jealousy.
She
it
finds
happens.
out that, or she thinks she's under the assumption that Kevin's cheating on her because he supposedly had to coach a basketball game or be with the kids, but Malik busted him out because he wanted to spend time, with Ethel and didn't go to the game supposedly. So V finds out that he was lying.
Yeah. She gets angry. She gets angry quick. She seems hard to deal with, but she's
just being a woman.
Yeah, but she seems extra difficult, no? Curtis?
I wouldn't say extra.
See, that's the thing that she said. She's just being a woman. I mean, you guys are all that difficult?
No, not every single one. I mean, I would just ask him.
You two are sweet. V's not that sweet.
I would just ask him. But, I mean,
That's
he knew
just
what he was signing up for when he first got with her. I'm sure she was aggressive from day one.
Yeah.
So it's not like she just flipped it and all of a sudden became this strong woman. I'm sure she was like that from the jump. He knew what he was getting his hands into.
Oh, yeah. I think he was totally attracted to that.
Yeah.
How's your mic? You might want to go a little. There you go. I don't know.
Well, Ronnie, what you're talking about, saying they're very nice, that's just the newness.
The newness
of this.
Oh, okay.
What is that supposed to mean?
You got to get used to them, and all of a sudden.
Oh.
No.
Okay. Well, anyways, that's
I'm
a whole
lover, not a fighter. But V was prepared to fight.
Yeah.
V was prepared to chop some balls off if she found out Kevin.
What did I do wrong?
Was cheating.
It wasn't plugged in.
The mic wasn't plugged in.
I feel just messing up. He's just messing up.
Well, I was gonna say that I assumed I only heard you off mic, but that was my fault.
No,
well, for those of you watching behind the scenes of our prep and all that, you would have seen Ronnie doing that, and so yeah.
Well,
that was
it's
him.
the problem with people who try to help out so much. Like I tried to help out and I didn't know what I was doing, so there you go.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's a great save, Ronnie.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm sorry, I messed up.
That's a great save. People who just work too hard.
But you know what? Speaking of people working too hard, I'm gonna. I don't know if you guys said this, but I'm gonna back Kevin on this one because you know what? I love how this episode times well with Valentine's Day.
Yes.
And there's Kevin who can't read, trying to do something nice, and he's getting bitched at by his woman.
That's what I'm saying. I'm upset
you know
about that.
Have some faith, women.
Well.
You know what? Just because we don't spend every waking minute of our lives with you, hoes, doesn't mean we're cheating.
I'm not gonna let you off the hook. He lied, and when you lie,
He wasn't lying. He was surprised.
He lied.
Surprising.
He lied.
What was he lying about? He was lying about doing something nice
tomorrow because I have to go get tutored because I can't read. That's a big lie.
Okay, time out.
Okay,
So when you're dating for 6-7 years or whatnot, and then you go and the woman gets that amazing proposal, well, chances are the guy had to lie about something to make it happen.
This is Shameless. I'm sure the proposal wasn't that amazing.
But you have to lie to do something. Like, he's lying to make it a great
All you
Valentine's.
had to do was say, babe, I can't read that well. I'm going to go get hooked on phonics. Or I'm going to go
But
do my
but
tutoring.
wait a second. His whole thing is that he wanted to surprise her.
It's not a surprise if she doesn't know that you can't read. How's that a surprise?
Well, he was insecure.
No, the surprise was
Surprise,
no.
surprise, I wrote your card for the first time. Thank you, babe. That's
No.
not. No, where's the diamonds? Where's the
All right,
real
all right, Spicy. I'm gonna break it
on
down.
the south
Love
side
her,
of
not a
Chicago.
fighter, huh?
I'm gonna break it
I'm
down
just
for you,
playing.
Spicy. Spicy.
Yeah, school her.
Spicy just proved women just don't want to be romantic anymore. They say they want to be
That's not
romantic.
true.
That's not
So not
romance.
true.
We're gonna.
Okay, you learning
I'm
to
gonna
read
be.
is
I'm gonna
not
be your mics in a
romantic.
moment if I don't get my point across here, ladies.
Okay, go ahead.
He's
All
done
right.
it before.
And so the point is, it wasn't the fact that it was like, hey, I can write. No, it was that he wanted to write a nice card for her. You know, the fact that and the nice card in his eyes is, I want to lick your whatever.
Right.
You know, and so that was the thoughtful moment, not
So
that
at that
I
moment,
can. Hey, look, I can read.
That's when he was gonna reveal to her, like,
Yes.
look, surprise, I wrote the card myself.
This is what I've been doing for you, for me, babe. This is something that was insecure for me.
He was trying to sneak
They always miss the
and
message.
do it.
They really
do.
I
They
usually
miss
agree
the-
with Marian
yeah,
so much,
yeah.
but really you are completely
Yeah.
I'm
not.
sorry.
And then Dorinda over there co-signing.
That's
She
not
wants the diamonds.
That's
what
not
it
like,
is.
and
Well,
it's
yeah.
amazing to learn to read if you haven't done it. I do understand that because literacy is very important. But that's not a gift. Hey, I taught myself to read, babe. Look what I did for you. No, look what you did for yourself.
So you wanted him to be honest about it, say he was it
Yes,
troubled
as
him.
opposed to lying, because that's something that he does. If you're gonna lie, save the lies for something juicy and good and big.
So he should have been
but
cheating.
I mean,
But don't
I'm
lie
gonna
about
go on
reading.
this one. I think this was huge for him. Like, this was a big deal for him. Like, him to actually write a card for her. Like, to him, that was huge, and it meant so much to him. And I guess he was going to tell her when he actually wrote it, because she asked him. She's like, "Well, what about all the cards you gave me before?" "Oh, Deb did that," and then she goes, explains the hearts with them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like how
But-
he got through before.
Yeah.
So I mean, why is the woman like all on him? Give him like
Yeah,
relax.
he took the time. He
and
took
it's
the
something
time.
But-
you're not. What you're
but-
not factoring maybe is
Yeah,
that
but-
it's insecure for him. Like you're getting on him in the sense that like he should have just talked to them, talked to her. Well,
Right.
maybe it was something
And
that
I
troubled him.
understand that
He was awkward
he may
about
have not
it.
felt comfortable coming to her, but at the
Yeah.
same time, he's lying about where he is in the evening and saying he has to go to a game. What else is she gonna like? What else would she suspect?
And then she did follow him.
And she sees the
then-
white lady.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You guys are
Like,
draining me. Can we move on to the next?
All right, I do want to move on because I just want to say
Okay.
one
They're
final
exhausting.
thing. Women
Big
are
time.
nuts. Thank
Big
you.
time.
Moving on.
Big time. That's exactly.
I mean, usually I want to
That's
argue
why you
back,
love
but
us.
this is just too much. Okay, what about the kids?
No, that's not why we love you.
yeah, that's,
not
I
why
wouldn't
we
say
love
that's
you.
the reason. But,
Yes.
We're gonna
on.
talk about the
oh wait, but I wanted to give V the spicy award for this episode because what she did in order
Yes.
to help him read at the end was so cute. Her give
Yeah.
back to him with
Yeah.
the little post-its covering
Oh,
up
so
her
that's
nips.
cute.
Yeah, but
That
see, she
was
came
so
back
cute.
around. She came
That
back
was
around and
cute.
she got
She
it.
went to the different zones.
She always fights Kevin at first on everything, and then she supports him later on, whether it's the bar, whether it's his reading, everything. But she
Yeah.
always supports him at the end.
She had a couple scenes that really she was the star of this show in certain parts or whatever. Like she
Yes.
had the scene where she gets him naked and she gets the
Handcuffs.
the handcuffs and the gigantic, what do you call it,
The picking shears.
yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
that would be an uncomfortable scene. Just to, whoa,
Yeah.
what if the actress messes up? Whoa, you know.
But did you notice how dysfunctional they are? When he wasn't even upset when she came home, and he was just like, "Man, I was yelling for like 20 minutes." Like he wasn't even upset. He was kind of just like, "Yeah, I got free." Like he wasn't even angry
Oh,
with
yeah.
her whatsoever for leaving him tied up.
Yeah. Well, and at the end, it was the best scene, like you
Yes,
said.
she gets a
Yes.
spicy award. Her body smoking.
Perfect body. She got little post-its all
Yes,
over. And
that
she
was
said,
awesome.
She said, "You want to read this? Come read this."
Right.
You missed that. That's what you missed.
Yeah, it was pretty hot.
The kids, a lot going on with the kids. Debbie is becoming more and more of a woman. She's becoming vulnerable because she wants little
She's trying to
Hank.
get that cherry pop soon.
At age
Really,
11.
she is. Her little fast butt. She's putting on makeup. She's dressing like a slut, grabbing Fiona's clothes.
I mean, she literally went to ask Ian, "Oh, how do you become easy or
Right.
something like that?" Because she heard somebody else
No,
say,
what did you see in Karen?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
He was asking. Oh, then she was asking Lip. Yeah.
Oh, she was low maintenance. She was
you're
there.
with Kevin, yeah.
Yeah, she was low maintenance, easy in there. And well, how can I be that? I mean,
So she's gonna get her cherry.
But she was taking advice from every single person, like you said. She took it from
Yeah.
Kevin, and then she took it from Lip, and
Yeah.
then she last left with Mandy.
yeah. She said, but even before, so she put the. Did you see all the makeup she wore?
Oh my God,
I love when-
that looked like a train wreck.
They said, Curtis, they said to give stronger signals. So she had a little makeup at the beginning. And then so she said, well, I got to do stronger signals. And she had like the Joker makeup. Yeah.
Eyeshadow everywhere, lipstick all over the cheeks. Like, it was bad.
Yeah.
I liked what Holly Hickeymaker said.
Oh,
She
yeah.
goes, how do I look? Looks like you're going to be a virgin forever.
Yeah. And
Works for
Holly definitely
That
isn't.
was my daughter. It works for me. You know, just put makeup all over her face and
Because when you're
keep her
young,
a
you don't
virgin.
know.
Yeah.
No, you want to
and
keep her a virgin. That's the
Oh, it's like, what?
There's
You're
so
like,
many
where is it
boys
going
around
with
that
this?
house, too. There's
No, you
so
wanna
many
get-
boys
Yeah.
around that house.
She
She
talking about
doesn't know.
cherries getting popped. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm getting a little nervous. A little.
I mean, she lives at home with the prostitute. Like, they have a hooker living.
Yeah. Okay. So that was Carl's
But
doing.
I'm just
yeah.
saying, like, look at her role model. She doesn't have anybody really out there.
In an effort to make more money, Carl rents out one of the rooms. I mean, already you had a couple episodes ago the pregnant Korean woman
Yes.
that got the room rented out, and now they have a hooker that's
Right.
running business through the
Oh, wow.
through the Gallagher.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
What about little Hank and Carl trying to drill the holes in the wall?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they're
So-
like $1 a peak if she's not working, 10 if she is.
It's 70. She's renting the room for $75 a week.
Yes.
And then on top of that, yeah, if they
Yes.
get a peek, like, that's just so crazy.
And then the girl, she's like itching herself too. I mean, it's just
She
like
asked for Vagisil from
it's-
Fiona.
It's completely.
And you see, like, men walking in and out of the house.
Yeah, one of them's like an older guy that Frank knows from the bar. Like, hey, Phil, nice to see you here in my house, the prostitution house now, you know.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's so Carl and little Hank are still causing mischief.
Yeah.
And what about little Hank with Deb though?
Yeah,
Do we see them hooking up?
it rolled around. Do I
Yeah.
see them hooking up? Sure. Why not? Yeah.
I don't know. She's falling for the wrong guy.
Oh, for
And
sure.
and it's like the weird thing is she tells everyone in the house, and you would think one of them would say like, "What the heck? Like, stop." The only hint of a warning that anyone's given her was when Lip said, "Oh, you're not gonna have time for. He's gonna be in juvie by
Right.
You know." But no one's like saying. They're
Too
like
young. Yeah, no one's saying.
nobody's saying any of that. She's saying words like, "Oh, so how do you become easy?" And they're like.
Giving
They're
her
not. No one.
instructions.
Yeah, nobody's really. Which I would have expected maybe
Well,
Fiona to do that.
I mean, the irony is the way she gets closer to him is by obviously what you're not supposed to do. And I mean, he's drunk, and so she's like, okay, you're going to vomit, you're going to do this. So it's basically like the same way they would take care of Frank. That's what she's learning from, and that's the irony.
Yeah.
That she's only further enabling. I believe it was this episode, right? Where
Yeah.
where Frank says, you know, the U.S. America's only going to be Mexicans and Gallagher's.
Oh yeah.
And so that is the Gallagher spirit,
was this one.
just enabling further and further and further.
They sure are cracking out
She
a lot of
said,
kids.
The heart wants what the heart wants. You
Did they say
know?
that in a previous
That's
episode,
what
or was
she
that
said.
originally here?
That's what Deb said.
I love that. Yeah.
The heart wants what the heart wants. She knows he's bad news. She still wants him though. She doesn't care.
Oh, that's what Lip was trying to talk to her about.
Right when they were having the
Yeah.
conversation.
Hey, the
That's
heart wants what the
Deb-
heart wants.
yeah,
You
Deb-
should know that more than
Right,
anybody.
exactly.
Yeah. Oh, and Lip. What an episode for.
Poor Lip. But
Now-
in the same sense, I blame him for a lot of this because he's never really ever said how he really ever felt for Karen, and now he's all depressed and upset. And
Yeah.
But you don't think that's implied? I mean, how he feels about her?
No, because
Oh,
they
by
have
the
this
way,
sexual
he actually
relationship.
did say that he loved her. A lot of our fans wrote that in, so he actually did say it in season 1.
Yeah, that's
So-
what I'm
So
saying.
he
And-
admitted to the love.
yeah, well,
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
I mean, and then it's implied. I mean, he's always with her. He
Yeah, but
sleeps
all
with
they
her,
do
for
is have
goodness
sex.
sakes.
It's not like he's like taking her out on a date and courting her.
No, but I
He
thought.
treats her
think,
as if she is promiscuous, and he reminds
Really?
her all the
I
time
thought
that
we-
she's a
No,
whore.
do not wind her up. That is a big gun, and she is baby crazy.
Absolutely.
What do you say after that?
Right.
Yeah,
No,
don't
but
let
I
it go.
feel like he's reminding her of the negative aspects of her life that she's ashamed of.
How? Because you've said that before, and I'm like,
He is a
how?
constant reminder of like everything bad about her.
well, there are a lot of bad things about her. That she's terrible. She's the worst.
And his family reminds him all the time that she's a hoe. And so she knows what she's inheriting if she stays with Lip.
yeah.
What, Hodism?
No, but it's like people who don't respect you. She would be inheriting that whole family, like Lip's whole, persona and morals and values that the Gallaghers have. She wants a new life. She doesn't want that negativity.
Well, that's
She wants
what,
to move forward because
Right.
she already slept with Frank and she slept with Lip.
Right.
Yeah.
And she told when she got questioned or whatever about what Frank did.
Oh yeah.
She basically got Frank off the hook because she was more concerned that her dad was now dead. Like, it wasn't that. God, she's wild. She's the worst one. I mean, she's the most shameful.
Phil loves her.
Of the who?
Phil loves her.
Phil loves her body. That's correct. Yeah. That's a stat.
You
yeah.
like Karen?
We're not gonna get into that.
Wow.
What were you gonna say,
We're not
Dorinda?
gonna get into that.
Well, she told them everything. Like, she was so truthful about everything, and then she turns around and she goes, "Well, thank you for killing my dad." Like,
Yeah.
that's the only reason she told the truth. If not, she would have just said, "Yeah, Frank did this, took advantage of me."
But I appreciated that. I appreciated her getting him off the hook. Cause she really did take advantage of him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to side with poor Frank and Sheila on this one.
Yeah.
She really did like manipulate the situation and take advantage of the poor guy. This is the
course.
one time he was not guilty.
Yeah.
So I appreciate Karen getting him off the
disagree
hook.
with that, Ron?
No, I'm just. It's just a whole
scratching?
lot.
You scratching or something?
Yeah. Am I scratching myself?
Reenacting
But
them?
Ronnie, can we go back to...
No, because when I think about Karen, there's just so much going on there.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, can we go back to her, to Karen and Lip, though? Because, like, he's, like, harboring all these emotions for her with the baby and everything, and she has the audacity to kind of admit that it's his child, but that she went and married Jody.
You're talking about the first time he went to go see her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, well, was it the first or second time he goes to go see her?
Well, he goes to see her the first time, and then the first time is when she lets him know, oh,
Right.
well, we're
Oh,
getting
yeah,
married.
yes,
Right.
Oh, Jody would be a great father.
Right.
And that wasn't even enough for Lip, so I appreciate Lip's vulnerability
And
in
he
the
comes
sense
back,
that,
and he
when he
tries
went back
again.
was like literally, I wrote in my little notes, you know, like the most impactful scene of the entire episode. And that's to say they all got a lot going on. But when he went back there, even the way it was shot and the music and like you were really drawn in.
Right.
So what you're saying is, oh, he always is a constant reminder to let Karen know that she's a failure.
Right.
That little portion, don't you guys agree? At least right there, he was kind of saying.
But in that moment, he did remind her once again.
Still, how? What am I? I'm
But
not watching the
that's
right
his-
show.
That's his defense mechanism, because whenever he goes to her, he's never going there to remind her that she's a hoe. But when she shoots him down,
Right.
that's when he reminds her of who she is. So that's his defense mechanism, because he doesn't know how to handle what's going on.
So he doesn't usually express his feelings, and so when he
Right.
does,
Yeah.
she kind of doesn't give back what he wants.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
and then he's like, oh, well, by the way, you are. Oh.
And that's
Yeah.
natural in relationships,
Yeah.
whatever the dynamic
Well, that's
is. If
what makes
you're
this part good. in
angry
the
and
show.
aggressive, you're going to unleash your wrath on your partner. And that's exactly what they did. I think there's like some love tension going on there. And so that's why when she was like, no, I don't want you. And he's like, well, you're going to be with this dummy Jody. And, you know, she's like, I don't care. Like, he's going to be there for me. And that's when Lip went off and he was like, I'm not my father. Like,
Yeah.
I thought that was a crucial moment for Lip.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then he said, I'm not leaving. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm not going to leave.
I don't think he is. I think he wants to be there.
But then
So
she-
is she going to let him in?
But no, because then she throws in his face. Well, at least
Well, then I
Jody's
don't like-
father wouldn't do me. I'm not going to say the F-U-C-K word, but
But she'll spell it.
She'll spell that
Right.
out. No,
for those of
completely.
you at home that can read, unlike Kevin. And then he like instantly responds, "Oh, he hasn't had a chance yet." About Jody's father.
But I mean, I guess now I'm really seeing what you're talking about now, because that's, man, until you worded that, in that sentence, it's exactly what he does every episode.
Every episode
So
he
he's
does
hurt.
it.
He's like hurt, and he's like, well, yeah, Jody's dad's may do it too. I mean,
But
because
she
you
has
are.
daddy issues. With daddy issues, you
Yeah.
gotta show love and
Huge.
kindness.
She is huge daddy issue.
Yeah. Well, yeah. She even.
Yeah, when you
she,
want your dad dead.
She wants him dead, and she pissed on the.
Oh, God.
On
I
his
didn't like
grave
that
side.
scene,
But that was
yeah.
Lip's idea.
I saw that coming.
Yeah.
I
thought-
just knew that.
Oh, you knew she was gonna do that?
I was like, she's not just going to look at that grave and walk away.
What do you
She's
mean it was
gonna
Lip's
do
idea?
something.
Well, when he first came over to the house, he was like, "Oh, we found out your dad's dead." And she
Oh.
was going to the gravesite, and then he was like, "Oh, you can pee on it." Like I felt like that was like a little tribute at the end to Lip too.
Oh, okay.
It was like a little bond moment for them. That's what I felt. That's the energy I got.
There's so much more going on, like per each scene and thought and word.
But while we're on Lip, we should definitely talk about. He's been crazy this whole episode. He went off on Karen, and then he goes off on Ian too.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I think that was more Ian going off on him being jealous, because that's when the colonel showed up at the house.
Yeah.
And said, "Oh, this is for your brother." And Ian wants so bad to go to West Point.
Yeah, he ran over there, did the salute,
Did
and this is
everything.
not the
He
salute,
did it.
but
Yeah, he did it good. It was like,
Yeah.
And he did everything that he that's what he
But
wants.
what's the big deal though? Why was he angry about that?
Because Lip has been helping him by trying to whatever, how the Gallaghers do whatever, underhandedly trying to do like his smart work, I guess you could say.
If I may jump in. Sorry, Dorinda.
That's okay.
No, imagine if, like, you know, your one life's passion is to do whatever, and you've spent X amount of years dreaming about that, X amount of time doing that, and then this guy who has no interest in it all of a sudden gets offered, like, you know, the whole thing, and not only that, you're looked at as like, oh, who are you? You're the schlup or whatever. Get out of here.
And he says he's doing, and you know, Lip tried to say, oh, I'm doing this for you. I just haven't had a chance to mention you yet.
He did say that.
I don't think he was trying to go in there and swoop his opportunity, but it didn't look like it was it just didn't look like the most considerate thing. And Ian has constantly reminded him, like, let me do it on my own. Yeah. And Lip just refuses to allow him to do that. Yeah,
well, when Ian kind of kicks his ass at the end, the last quote was, I'll make it into West Point on my own. And he just looked at him and walked away. Like, that was like a powerful, you know. Yeah, he's just very adamant about making that happen.
Oh yeah, that's the one and only thing that he wants.
And he has to do it on his own. He won't take help, or
well, he was like, that was the thing, and now he thinks that Lip is trying to go behind his back and get into West Point without him.
But what I felt like was more intense than him making that defining moment of I'll get it on my own was his backlash, which he did. He pulled a Karen and Lip moment where you say something negative to me, so I'll say something negative back.
Oh, and Lip did that.
Lip did that to Ian. Ian says, "Oh, I'll get on my own," and Lip replies, "You can't do anything on your own." And so then he replies, oh, go see Karen. Oh, that's right. You don't know if it's your brother or your son who's the child. And that's when Lip commences to whoop his ass. Well, Ian won that round.
Yeah. That's so funny.
But that was definitely a dramatic moment. Like the water shower, you know, all the water starts dripping on down their body. And, you know, that was just a very dramatic moment. But I felt like that was definitely, they needed to duke it out.
And they did.
Because you have that big brother, little brother syndrome all the time.
Yeah. And yeah, Ian's the little brother, so it's like trying to prove himself. But I didn't see really what was that big of a deal about Lip helping. If Lip is helping, though. Isn't he helping, though?
Well, sometimes in life, you want to accomplish some things on your own. You don't want someone to do it for you, so you can feel like
I know, but don't pick a fight. Don't pick a fight for no reason, though.
Well,
also.
but that's his thing in life. This is one thing in life that he wants to do on his own. And, you know, basically all his life he's always had a Gallagher, you know, stepping in, defending him or helping him do things.
Yep.
This is the one thing he trained. His body, you know, he trained his body to get better so he can be in West Point. And this is the one thing that he's like, you know what, I can do this. I got this one. This is the one that I want to do. And Lip stepped in and he interrupted that, and that pretty much
set him off.
That, and also if you look at the Gallagher as a whole, they understand. I mean, you know, Ian, in addition to that, he understands the unity of the Gallaghers, and each of them is a piece of that puzzle. Yeah. And Ian is supposed to be the tough guy, the guy who knows how to shoot guns and all that, whereas we know Lip is supposed to be the smart guy. You know, they go to him, and so you know now the puzzle's getting rearranged in Ian's mind, and again that shifts his whole world upside down. Especially he's still, in many ways, struggling with being gay and all that. Yeah. So it just adds to that.
Absolutely.
It does. Yes. Okay. So we'll see more on that, I'm sure, in the next couple episodes. Also to talk about is Frank. Well, not really much going on with him. Obviously, this episode, just that he's still trying to get that money from Ed. Now that Eddie's body is found, it just was like a little. It was a lot that he had to go through to make that happen. You know, he was very loud and annoying in the bar. And then he almost got taken in for questioning, right?
Right. He was trying to hide from the cops for a while. Yeah. And then finally they caught up to him.
And as we talked about, Karen was the one who essentially set him free in a weird way. So not much going on with that. I just did think it was funny that Sheila had to, not funny, but Sheila had to say, like, I'm sorry, my daughter raped you. I mean, you're just like cringing, like, Sheila, get it. You have no sense of what's happening.
I love that scene, though. I'm sorry. Yeah. I love it. And I love Sheila because she's so naive and it's so adorable. Yeah. She's very lovable.
Well, he walked into the scene like I'm sorry, as if he was gonna get chewed out for what he did, and yeah, she did take advantage of me. And how about that settlement money? Like he's just so focused on getting
paid.
Yeah, always. Getting that money.
Well, speaking of Frank, the only thing that was bad in this episode, bad for him, not in terms of the actual show. But, you know, he got off the hook, and then he sees the detective at the cookout.
Oh, yeah.
And he tells her, you know, go basically enticing her to continue this investigation. And what sucks is, yes, he's not actually responsible. This is the one time where he's not responsible, but all fingers point at him. And unfortunately, I think it's going to, you know, by the end of the season, something's going to point to him and he's going to have to get out of that. Not the right move to make.
Yeah,
Frank.
it's going to bite him in the ass because he was taunting her.
Why was he a smart aleck
I
about
dare you
that?
to find something on me.
Yeah, and there's enough to be found, like they said in the bar, previously. Like
Kev named it.
Yeah, like what did the one guy say? The longer you think about it, the worse.
The worse it gets.
Yeah, he's done everything bad. Like he hasn't done one thing right. So then also Fiona, you know, her little. She gets taken out by Richard. He's the one with a lot of money. And there was a really enticing scene where she was talking to him about whether or not you're supposed to hook up because they were not really paying for sex or something.
I'll just be your secret lover.
It was supposed to be like a date.
Chris Hansen
like
says,
it was supposed to be a date. But their first date was at a wedding.
It's funny how Spicy just talks over all that kind of stuff. You just miss all of it.
The 22-year-old virgin is in the house.
Going, you know, and interesting that I say that. The 20-year-old virgin. Yes,
even more interesting is if you're not on camera, we're just hearing this voice
talking. I know you hear a voice. I'm just looking at her, and she's like, I'm like, didn't you hear that? She's like, you know, it's, you know, my cock is in your face. Oh, and everything is going
then you can lick it off me.
I'm sorry. I'm used to hearing those kind of sweet nothings whispered in my ear.
Really?
It tells you that he has a very large penis.
Hey, that one too.
That's what you chose to play out of everything?
Yeah, she's used to that
What can I say?
Okay.
No,
so, let's deal with that.
Back to Fiona. No.
How do you feel, Dorinda?
Totally shameless. That's
You're turning red over there.
Yeah,
it happens sometimes.
On the show.
Yeah.
Our systems detect that a host has wandered off the subject.
Or the person running the audio.
That's all Phil.
Yeah, we're off topic because the guy, Chris Hansen's over here talking to us. You know,
I made a relevant soundbite. It was relevant.
Yeah.
Very
I'm
relevant.
getting the
All right,
whiplash.
go on, Spicy. You were making a point.
All I was saying was that it was supposed to be a date, but their first date was at a wedding, and he gives her jewels around her neck like Pretty Woman, you know? So if we remember that whole Julia Roberts scene in Pretty Woman, you know, that means like you're a paid for hire whore. And so although she may have just been going there with the most honest of intentions, she started off lying, like most of the Gallaghers, saying that she went to Princeton and where she lived because she was ashamed. But then winds up having to admit it later on to him anyways.
Oh, because she got caught out there.
Yes, the truth always comes out.
Yeah, well, because he was the guy. Oh, you're talking about the friend?
Yeah, the friend.
Graven,
Yeah.
Dick White. I'm sorry, but he was a jerk. Like he.
Well, he was a jerk because he was like, what did he say? His thing was, you give me a little some of that action,
and I won't
and I won't tell. So then she got
audacity of you to threaten her, even if she was a prostitute.
So 2 seconds, exactly. No time even went through. Like she right away, as soon as Richard came back, she was like, oh, let me tell you, I didn't go to Princeton.
Right.
I live here. Like she took that whole power, you know, completely away.
Yes.
And he already knew though. Richard already kind of
knew. Yeah, he
knew
she was lying the whole time.
Let's fall back. What did you say? The audacity for what?
Like the audacity of you to threaten her because she didn't want to sleep with him.
Even though she's a prostitute?
She wasn't a prostitute though, but he was assuming that she was.
It was basically.
But even if she was, a prostitute still has the right to choose who they want to sleep with and who they want to take their money from.
And they don't kiss. They don't kiss on the mouth, huh? The prostitutes.
Right.
They don't. Why do we know this?
Because we've seen Pretty Woman.
Oh, okay. They don't kiss on the mouth. They do everything else though,
I know,
and they do it well. Look at his eyes lighting up. We can't see him today. How funny! He's so funny. And then so yeah, they spend the whole afternoon together or whatever, and the show ends with your favorite. Like, did you gasp, Dorinda?
I was so excited. I love Steve.
This was your prediction. You said he was.
I know, but I didn't gasp like Dorinda did. I bet you if Tom was here, he'd do the same thing. He would also.
I saw
gasp.
a little gasp. No.
You did. You gasped. We were, oh, Steve. Yeah. So everyone was so excited he was
your
back.
Prediction came true.
Yeah, he was excited. They were all excited he was back.
Yeah, but I also thought it was quite interesting though when she was getting out of the car and Richard did say to her, he goes, he did. Oh, even before that, he goes, I make $500 million a year. I can read people.
Oh, knowing that she lied.
Oh yeah,
he was okay with it. He likes her in her problems.
Why did he have to throw his money out there though? Because he knows her situation and he's hoping that she'll jump.
I don't think so. I think he was just. I think he was just saying. He was saying, regardless of me being me with my money, regardless of you being, with 6 kids. I don't think. I don't
have to state the figure. I feel like that was.
No, and then another thing, $500 million, so that allows you to see and read people.
Well, I think
So
what he
what if
was
you have
saying
$1
is like he has
billion?
the.
Oh boy.
What can you do?
You're
I just
psychic.
want to know. What can you do?
No,
What
he
can
was
you
just. I think you
Where I
didn't
was
see
taking it-
you didn't see the episode at all.
do? No, no,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
telling.
yeah.
I'm
Where
What,
I
what
was
you're hearing,
thinking-
I could hear what you're saying, but no, it wasn't like that.
It wasn't like that. He was saying, "I have all
It's
the.
okay.
I,
It's fine.
Yeah,
I still got
and-
love for you."
In the business that I'm in, I know how people work, and I know who you are. Basically, he's probably even researched.
But he could
I
have
know
even
we're
said,
dealing with
"I
the money.
am a
Yeah, why did- yeah.
stockbroker.
Exactly.
I can read people." Why did he have to say, "I
Exactly.
make
That's my whole
$500 million?"
point.
Okay, well now that we broke it down so
let's
damn much,
break it down. Let's break this thing down.
Because
Why
no,
does
I'm sorry,
$500
men
million
do that
have?
all the time. Whenever I meet men, they want to throw out, "Oh, I do this. This is how much money I make," so that they can try to
That
entice
is
you.
true.
But that mess doesn't work for real women.
Spicy.
That is true.
I'm rich. I'm rich, Spicy. Call me.
But he also did say though when they got out of the car, he goes, "This reminds me of how I grew up in New Haven."
See, I was more connected to that than the.
Because he's trying to relate to her, but I don't think he's going about it right.
Oh, but
what's wrong with saying that though? That's relating. That's saying I came from nothing. You're right. The money thing is probably like a not good thing.
Because look, he thinks that he's better than her.
Oh,
And
he
that's
thinks
why
he's
he
better
was
than
trying
her?
to say, "Look, I came from this too. I'm just like you." No, you're really not. You don't understand. That's why you're trying to hand me a necklace after a date. Who hands someone a diamond necklace?
Like if you really
sorry.
knew, yeah, if you really knew Fiona, she wouldn't even care about the diamond necklace.
Yeah,
Really.
but he thought that this would be something that was
Oh, I do
important
like
to
the.
her.
Are you gonna say what I was gonna say?
I
How
think
she,
he's an idiot, and like he's an idiot about women. That's what I'm.
Regardless
trying to get.
of all this other
like,
stuff,
I don't
yeah.
think like she even said something about that. Like he's like, "You have no play, you have no game."
Right.
Well, and then when
So, like-
when he offered her the necklace, like, "Oh, just keep it," she was like, "No, you should maybe keep it because honestly, this would be sold in like a week
Right.
for diapers and you know." So Fiona's pretty strong, you know. Like we've
Yeah.
seen a couple episodes where she's been crying lately, but this episode she wasn't crying. So she goes through that, and 2 seconds later she looks up and there's Steve. There's her Steve. So there was like that moment too.
Yeah.
What did they say? What was their conversation about? Really, there wasn't a lot of talking.
He just asked for Tony. Do you know where Tony is?
He said
And
he's
then
sorry to miss the party. And then when
but he was being sarcastic.
Yeah.
Like obviously she just came home like in the morning from her date. It was like pretty late when she came home.
No, it was in the afternoon.
I was gonna
It was
say
still the afternoon,
yeah.
same day?
Oh, you're thinking? Oh, you were thinking it was an overnight.
I thought it was like
sensation?
an overnight
No.
sensation. Oh no.
I don't think
well,
so.
she didn't do
No.
something right then. No, I'm just playing.
I don't think it was an overnight.
It was the same day. Okay, so he was dropping off
Yeah.
that afternoon.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes it less innocent.
Yeah.
Or more innocent. Yeah.
Less.
I'm still thinking
uninnocent.
spicy.
She all and then he
She was a
said
good
when
girl.
she was walking in the house, he goes, "And you look good too."
And she'd say anything after that, yeah.
And she just looked and smiled.
Oh, it was a Valentine's Day week moment, yeah, for
You could
sure.
read it on her face, though. I felt in that moment very happy for her.
Yeah.
Because she just got that little ounce of validation that she needed from the one she loves.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Although it was probably really, really embarrassing to be caught by the man you want to be with coming out of the car with someone who you don't like at all.
Well,
Oh,
maybe sometimes
Is somebody
you
getting
want
married?
to be caught. by-
Steve and Fiona are getting married. Season
your
5.
prediction?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I hope she gets married.
Oh.
Get her out of that
you
house.
want her married to Steve?
Well, isn't he already with somebody?
Wait, are you saying?
No.
Oh, yeah, in the previews, yes,
Well,
yes,
no, isn't
yes,
he with
yes.
somebody like from like wasn't he already like betrothed to somebody else last season?
Yeah, last season.
Yeah, last
Yeah.
season.
Did they break up?
That's
Well,
the
but
Why
past.
he's back. That's why he's back.
Even
He
in the
broke up with her.
previews, she tells him, "Oh, I'm seeing somebody,"
And
and
he
he's
goes,
like,
"I am too."
I am too." So there's that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
And they're still
Well-
getting married.
We'll get more into that in predictions because I think it's Steve's way of coming back at her, like, hey, you know, I have a date too, whatever. But yeah, let's save that for
Oh,
predictions.
it's like the defense. Yeah. Kind of like what Lip does. You get me, well, then I'm ready to get you back. But if you don't get me, we're cool.
Exactly.
Dang, I thought he was throwing that in her face to make her want him
God,
more.
Dorinda, that was like the moral of like the way this episode was. So like, I'm me and you, we're good. Oh, we're not good. Oh, well then let me tell you how
Right.
bad you are.
That's how it is.
That's how Curtis. That's what you missed all episode.
What? How bad she was?
He was.
He was zoned
He was
out.
on
Oh,
his
because you
phone.
guys are not listening to me.
He,
I'm listening
I'm like,
to you,
Spicy,
Curtis.
as I talk, she just keeps talking.
we're not only
right
not
through me.
listening to him, we
Phil
can't
gives
see
her a
him
little
either.
message and she just goes right through
I
it.
was
I'm like, well,
I didn't hear that. I mean, I wasn't paying attention to that announcement. Curtis, what would you like to
all
contribute?
undivided attention to Curtis, even though we can't see
All
you.
I don't
hail
know.
to Curtis.
I don't have anything anymore.
Yeah.
All right, why don't we cut the commercial?
Yes.
We'll reset the love meter here, and we'll be back all nice and cozy for
Yep.
more, right?
Right.
That's it.
All right.
Hi, I was once like you, a lazy, angry loner whose only joy was watching TV and surfing the net. And like you, after I'd see one of my favorite TV shows, I'd be so excited and have so many questions that I'd actually have to talk to my douchebag coworkers about it at the water cooler. Then I discovered AfterBuzzTV.com. AfterBuzz TV produces after-show webcasts and podcasts for TV series of all kinds, like post-game wrap-up shows for all your favorite TV shows. AfterBuzz TV hosts are industry insiders who break down episodes of shows, take calls from fans, and interview cast and crew from each series, with over 60 different after shows, from Boardwalk Empire to American Idol to Vampire Diaries to Real Housewives, and more. Now, after a night of TV, I can ignore my stupid coworkers, who I hate, and go straight to my desk and watch or listen to all my favorite AfterBuzz TV after shows, and have all the TV fan interaction I need. Thank you, AfterBuzz TV.
AfterBuzz TV. What do you want to buzz about?
I love that song. Yeah. It's by who again?
Why do you love this song?
It's cool, man.
It's cool.
That's it. That's all I got for you.
Phil, can you Shazam
Why don't you
that?
like
So
it?
they play this in a club.
I don't have that.
I don't know. I'm not always in the club.
I know if they play
we
this
still
in a
gotta
club.
talk about Malik,
This wouldn't be
too.
played in the club.
Oh, yeah.
No, this would not be played in the club, Curtis. No, no,
Your bedroom?
no.
Your
Huh?
bedroom. So if you played in the bedroom, you think you be
Do I-
totally shameless in your bedroom? This is club.
It's no, it's not a bedroom song or a club song. No,
So why
but
would
it's
you
a
listen to the song. Driving down the street.
listening to it right now. Yeah, down the street. Yeah, yeah.
Well, the one thing I will say about
How come
this
he's not
song-
loving the song? He's like trying to assess where the song needs to be played.
You know
no,
what's-
this is not the. There's not
Where would I
only the
play this
bedroom or the
song?
club. You can hear the music whenever you want. You know, cleaning the house. I don't know.
Cooking? You would play this while you clean the house?
All right.
That you
Yeah.
clean.
You know what
I
I will
know.
say?
Wait, his hand action made me think he was doing something else. I was
Yeah.
like, no, I'm not masturbating and listening to this song. No.
That's the vacuum.
No. Oh, that's the
No,
vacuum.
he went this way, not this way.
Exactly. See?
Shameless.
Get it right. Get it right.
You guys are all nuts.
Speaking of nuts,
For me,
Wait, Phil's got something.
good.
no, you know, just a quick special segment. You know, it's interesting watching the title credits of this, you know, for season 2. Obviously, it's all season 1 stuff, and you know, seeing that progression now with where the story's at and what it used to be. You know, so I thought I really like that because most shows like they kind of have an intro. And you know you don't really get that comparison,
Right.
so I think that's
I
really
agree with
neat.
that.
And you know, another reason I like the song is, you know, cool little indie rock band, and that's always good. I should know the name. They're called the Big Something, whatever. Anyways, Curtis, if you did want to know why I like the song, I'll actually give you a little bit more. I mean, it's a cool song too. But I'm actually, this is good for next week's Shameless episode, AfterBuzz episode. I'm putting together a little promo package, and that song is included in it. So I've heard that song. Marty knows. I've heard that same song with actually
And then he
with.
sends it to me via email as if I wanted to enjoy the song too.
You didn't sound that ungrateful last time. Now you're sounding a little.
Oh, she was a bedroom. See?
No.
emailed
Only
it to me.
shameless.
No,
There you
no.
go. It
No,
comes
but
out.
I did listen to it while I was cleaning
You should,
Did you?
yeah.
and masturbating. Yeah, I was doing both at the same time. My
Let me
dirt
see.
devil and my hand.
No,
going.
no. I was.
That's talented.
Very.
You can't put a price on good pussy.
Oh my,
I heard that one. I heard that
Absolutely.
one. That was the spicy comment of the night. Thank you for that one,
That
Phil.
was a good one.
where do you even get like that soundbite? Like, where? What does he? Does he like search on the internet? Like,
That's on a need-to-know basis.
Oh.
But that's actually from Shameless.
It is from Shameless.
No,
Okay.
not from Shameless. I'm sorry, Archer.
oh, okay.
Well,
Got
they
it.
say
That was a
that
great
they
one.
say stuff like that on Shameless.
Yeah.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Before we did predictions, didn't you want to talk about something from this episode though?
Oh, with Frank and Lip, their conversation, his great fatherly heart-to-heart talk. I just thought that was crazy that he had the audacity to say that, like, neglect is the best thing you could give your child because it creates self-reliance.
Oh yeah.
That was definitely like a Gallagher motto because I've never heard that before.
Well, he was giving himself credit, like I made you guys
Right.
as good as you've been because I've given you nothing, so you've had to.
So he was trying to tell him, don't take responsibility for your child,
yeah.
like your unborn child. And
Oh, he was encouraging him to be a
Lip
deadbeat.
not to take care of the child.
And Lip was like,
he's like, you
complete-
don't got to claim it. You know, she's gonna get rid of it. Yeah, I just thought that was like, I was like, what are you doing? That's why your kids are jacked up.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I wanted to bring up. Was the
no,
heart
it
to
was
heart.
good. I'm actually thinking about other
Karen,
stuff that are
heart to
so
heart.
similar. People do that. They justify their bad actions all the
Wait,
time.
we didn't talk about Malik and Ethel really quick before predictions. Sorry, Phil.
Oh yeah.
Can we talk about that's like a big deal?
Yeah, he got Ethel's dad or not dad. It was,
got him shanked in
It wasn't his dad. It was his
husband.
It was her.
You thought it was.
Well, because he's like
80,
40 generations older. But yeah, that was him. That was the.
That was like Malik's dad or someone who is in jail with his dad that he sent to do that.
So she no longer has a husband.
Right.
Yep.
So now she could just get it on with Malik.
That's Malik's intentions. I thought it was kind of romantic, although it was kind of mean, like to kill somebody's husband.
Death is romantic.
I know this girl's
learning to read is not romantic, but you stab a mother effer, and that's good. All right, got
Did you hear yourself? You're gonna have to watch this tape back and see.
No, you said a lot of things.
This was.
I'm just saying.
This is what Shameless draws out of people.
Murder. Come on, there's no comparison.
Now, when you have a prison box full of fan mail, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Okay, now we can do predictions. Now that I've gotten
Your
all that
AfterBuzz TV predictions.
I've been made fun of this whole episode.
Spicy Mari is going to the state penitentiary.
I'm gonna get all these letters now, guys. Collect calls too.
Exactly. Collect call.
Hey, yo, I like to be spicy. Hey, this Cletus. I like to be spicy.
Cletus. It's always Cletus.
It's always Cletus.
I was like, look, can you take care of something real quick for me in there?
Yeah, can you give me some work?
Oh, no.
Okay, predictions. What is going on?
I predict that next week I'm going to also like that theme song like I did this week. Anyway, it's a good song, Curtis. You got to start liking the song. Stop thinking about the club.
I really like the standoff between Fiona and Steve. That's going to be fun.
Oh, Fiona and Steve.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm excited about that too.
I want to see them get it hot and heavy again.
Because I liked how they ended it with her and her little doe eyes looking up at Steve.
Yeah.
Like, you know something's going to happen right there.
In my predictions or my wants and whatever, it's all Lip and Karen. I just want Lip to continue to go after her, and if she treats him bad, then that's cool, part of the chase or whatever. But that's the most interesting aspect of what we have right now in this show, I think.
You think so?
Yeah, because there's so much that's tied into it. There's a lot tied into it because you wonder does he want to be with Karen, or is it when he hears Frank say, "Oh, leave your child," like, is it a responsibility thing? Like, there's just so much tied into the Lip aspect, you know.
But I also think he doesn't want to be like Frank.
So does he really like Karen, or is he just just being a parent? Or,
oh yeah.
When
so
a
your
man,
prediction
when
is
he defends her
that he's
honor
gonna keep
every
chasing
single
her.
time. He will not let anybody but himself call her a hoe. He's the only one that can call her a hoe. No, for real.
No, you're right.
That's
you're
romantic too. No, I'm
Is
just
it? See?
Oh
See?
no.
Valentine's special, Shameless style.
You know what's going to be fun? If you look at it, we're seeing a lot of things develop, and we're on episode 5. Next episode is episode 6, so it's literally going to be the midpoint of all of this, and so a lot of stuff will go down. Just has to story-wise. So I'm very, very excited about that. I don't know the specifics, but I'm just saying stuff's going to go down.
I agree with that. And I hope that Deb gets it together and she kicks little Hank to the curb. I hope he winds up liking her a lot and she's like, nope, I figured out you're not for me.
I really hope that does not happen.
Well, you want Deb to do what?
I want she kicks little Hank to the curb.
And you want Deb to...
yeah, that's what I want. No. I don't want Deb and little Hank
you don't want the
together.
relationship to happen.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I want it to end too because she's 11 years old.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's not, you guys. I don't think it is.
He will knock her up so quick.
No, she's not going to get
Most girls can't handle it.
Oh, wow.
I know you're 12, but girls these days are way ahead.
What is that bite from?
The Holly girl.
Wait, do we have time for the Hank profile? The William H. Macy profile?
Real quick, yeah. Okay, do it.
I just have one little small fact. Liam, did you guys know that he is a twin? That it's 2 babies that are playing his role?
Oh,
absolutely.
yes.
You knew that already?
Yeah, they do it all the time.
Yeah,
they do it all
I
the
thought
time.
I was given a good fact. Okay, I'll just go to William
Well,
H. Macy.
not always.
No.
Mary Kate Ashley.
Let me give you a tidbit.
Okay.
Most babies on film, they're twins. And the reason being is because they want different personalities. And each twin has a different personality.
And on top of that,
The hours. Yeah,
Yeah,
for child labor laws.
hours, the child labor things.
Yeah.
But they're generally mostly twins.
All right.
Okay, so that was a fact about Liam, but now we're going to go to William H. Macy.
No, he just said...
No, he said...
Oh, did she do the skip
ran
over?
over me. Just ran over me again.
I'm still tripping with the way you addressed it. Like, the way he said it, though, he said it like
a service announcement.
Yeah, he was like, there's 2
That was a great service
children.
announcement.
I was like...
No, Curtis, we appreciate that. That was like amazing.
Thank you.
That was like
I just want to.
You don't feel appreciated.
I felt
Maybe
like
a hug
that was a
after.
great contribution because a
Maybe
lot of listeners out there. I'm gonna give you a spicy hug after.
A spicy hug?
Yeah, that means like boobs all up against you.
Do I have to?
No hug for me?
Wow.
Don't think about that one. Don't think about that one.
He's like, wrap up the show.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
No, we are
So
gonna wrap
what's
up the show, but William H. Macy, she's gonna give a little like.
I was just gonna give like a little recap
As,
on him
we-
because he is like a highly acclaimed person. He feels like he has quoted that this role was like made for him, that he was born for this role, which I totally agree with. Academy Award winner. He's also married to Felicity Huffman. And if anybody knows who Felicity Huffman is,
Huffman.
Huffman
Sounds like a porno girl.
No, Felicity Huffman.
I know. Desperate Housewives.
Desperate Housewives. A lot of people don't know, but they are married. I know when I told my roommate, she like freaked out. She was like, "He's married?" I was like, "Yes, he's not who his role is." And so
he's not sweaty and drunk all the time.
But they've been married for
what's dope is that they
years.
both got their star the exact same day. They got an announcement that they were both gonna have their stars on the Walk of Fame in Hollywood on the same day.
Yes.
Like that's dope. I'm sorry, that's like power winning right there.
No, that's good. I like these little recaps. I mean, he's probably most known. So the lesser known actors, I would love for you to do a recap on, Debbie. I think her name is Emma also.
Well, she will be next week.
Oh, good. Well, there you go. I said I want it done, and it'll be done.
There you go.
Next week, we'll also do a little, like, it's basically, Curtis, what I was telling you why I like that song, because I've heard it a lot. I was doing some editing, and that song will be in the little editing package also with your interview with Cameron Monaghan from last year. So basically, while we do our Shameless show this year, we'll just do a little, like, flashback. So that's why the song tied into me. But no, you could never hear that at the club. Would not work. Would not work.
Yeah, it wouldn't work.
Yeah. Bedroom, maybe.
I could booty hop to that.
Can you?
Yeah.
All right.
Then
Can
I
you
like
booty
it.
hop to
She
this,
likes
though?
it. I love it.
Can you booty hop to this song? That's the
See,
question.
I got your back. I got your back.
All right. Well, cool. That was Shameless, episode number 5, Father's Day. Dorinda, you're awesome, and your Twitter handle is something about films.
Oh, Lula Cherry Films.
Yes. Curtis does not have a Twitter.
Nope.
Facebook, possibly an email account. I don't know. He's drinking. He's already drinking. Spicy_Madi is yours.
Correct. Thank
and Phil, I don't think he tweets too much either. But follow us on AfterBuzz. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shameless. I'm Ronnie. Good night. We're out of here.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Having in my mouth, and I still got funky breath right now.
Buzz you later.
Later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.